So in earlier video, we have discussed the correlation and various type of correlations like Spearman correlation and Pearson correlation. And we also discussed that both the correlation shows the relationship between two variables, suppose x and y, and the direction of variable is also calculated with the help of Pearson or Spearman correlation. But if we want to predict our y variable based on the x variable, it is not possible with the help of correlation. So we have to move to regression in that case if we are interested in predicting or estimating one variable with the help of another variable. So when we will discuss regression, we have some terminology for regression analysis. One is response variable. It is also called as outcome, and another is predictor variable, and it is also called as independent variable. Response or outcome variable is also called as dependent variable. And if we want to plot our data on a scattered plot, again I will give example of a scatter plot here, and here I have plotted suppose height in centimeter, and here it is your weight in kilogram, and we have some observations listed here. So it must be noted that your response variable is always plotted on y-axis. So it is your response variable, and your independent or predictor variable is always plotted on x-axis. So to predict the response variable from predictor variable, we may need a best fitted line passing through these observations on this plane. So suppose this is the line we have fitted. Now there may be n condition of these lines, and these lines can be plotted in this way, or someone else will prefer to plot the line in this way, and someone else can say okay, the line will pass from here. So if we it is only passing a line and drawing a line, there will be different scenarios and different solutions. But when we have different scenarios and different solution, we must have an optimum solution, and which should be accepted to everyone. So this method of plotting the line here is called as least square method, and that's why the linear regression is also called as ordinary least square regression. Some people call it as OLS regression also, and the reason behind it that it is a basically least square method. So now the question arises, what is the least square method? So method of least square says when we will fit a line on these data set, and a line, suppose this is the line we have fitted, this midline we have fitted. So we have observations near about this line. Some observations are above the line and some observations are below the line. And suppose we subtract all the observations from this line. So these are the observations and this is the line. Suppose I am showing some differences here. So here the distance of the observation and the line is actually difference between observed and fitted value, because your line is a fitted value, and the technical term used for this difference is residuals. So residuals is a technical term used for this difference, and in the least square method we will try to minimize these residuals or these differences basically. So we will try to minimize, I will note down it, we will try to minimize sum of differences square. So if we denote it difference by d, and if we square it and we sum it in least square method, we will try to minimize it. That's why it is called as least square, because the best fitted line give you minimum value of residual. So your OLS method will give you minimum sum of a square of residual as well as minimum variance in terms of residuals. So if we are interested to fit a linear regression or OLS regression on our data, we assume the weight and height. We can term these variable as y is equal to a plus bx. I will tell you how to calculate different component of this equation. We have to calculate a and b to get exact value of y from x. So here we can write our equation as weight is equal to a plus b into height. In this equation, this b is called as slope of the line, and the a is called as intercept of the line. So as we already discussed that in all the conditions there will be some assumptions for all the tests. In linear regression also there are some assumptions, and those assumptions should be checked and fulfilled before using linear regression. So I will note down the assumptions of linear regression. So the first assumption and the most important assumption is of Gaussian distribution. Your both the variables x, y or weight and height should follow Gaussian distribution. So I'm mentioning here as predictor as well as response variable should follow Gaussian distribution. And another condition in ordinary least square regression or linear regression is a concept of linearity. The relation should be linear for ordinary least square regression or linear regression. If relation is not linear, it may mislead you in calculations as well as result. and your estimates may not be accurate as well as your predictions may not be accurate. So if all the assumptions are met for your data, your residual should follow a normal distribution with mean zero. It is also called as standard normal variate. So if all the assumptions are met and residuals follow a normal distribution, a regression line can be thought as joining of mean values of y for each value of x. Or we can say our regression lines give average value of y for given value of x. In terms of our example, what we are discussing, our linear regression of y is equal to a plus bx. We can also say our regression line will give us average value of weight of the class for given height, because we are discussing height and weight example and we are saying weight is equal to a plus b into height. So if we come to mathematical calculation, how to calculate both the a and b. So if we have some observations x1, x2 and so on xn, and corresponding y1, y2 and so on yn. So as our line or regression line pass through x bar and y bar, we can estimate beta as summation of xi minus x bar, yi minus y bar divided by summation of xi minus x bar the whole square. So by this way we can calculate the slope or beta of our regression line if we have two variable x and y. So as we are aware that our regression line passes through x bar and y bar, we can easily estimate a as a is equal to y bar minus beta times x bar. So now we have both the constant a and b for our linear line. So we can say y is equal to a plus bx, and if we put value of a in this equation, we can observe that y is nothing but y bar minus bx bar plus bx, or y is equal to y bar plus b times x minus x bar, or we can say instead of x it is xi for better representation. So as we discussed, we have a term residuals also, and we are interested in residual because it is one of measurement of goodness of fit of regression. So we can calculate residual sum of square as summation of yi minus y fitted values square divided by n minus 2. This s square residuals is called as variance of residuals, and the least square method try to minimize the residuals as well as variance of residuals. So as we discussed earlier, we have one more metric called as SR square. It is called as coefficient of determination, and it shows variance explained by your regression analysis, and this R square can be calculated as sum of square calculated by regression divided by total sum of square. I am not showing calculation of R square how to do it because it will be difficult for this group, but you can read it in different textbook of statistics if required from your side. And ideally this R square move towards 100 or 1 because it is in percentage, so either it should be near about 100% or move towards 100% or move toward 1. But one thing should also be remembered, that it should not be too much high, because if it is too much high with only one variable, it is called as overfitting, and your results may be misleading if it is too much high only with one or two variables. So you have to take care of it also, that you are not doing overfitting of your data. So before starting the interpretation part of regression or linear regression, your y is equal to a plus bx, there should be some precautions or cautions to take care in interpretation as well as to calculate. So you should not calculate y out of range of x. Such type extrapolation is misleading actually, and if you predict something like it, if you don't have a value of x, suppose we are discussing our weight and height, and we have height variable, height up to 150 to 170 centimeter only, so we should avoid predicting height 170 plus or 150 minus. It will lead to error in your model or in your estimate. If you do something like it, you can do little bit within your model or within your sample data set, but outside of the data set it is not advisable. The second most important thing to consider, that you have fitted a model for weight is equal to a plus b into height. Don't try to calculate height from for a given weight. It is not possible with this equation to calculate height for a given weight, because the relationship you got in equation of y is equal to a plus bx is not symmetrical, and it will lead to some error. If you want to calculate height from the weight, you have to fit a model before that your height is equal to, suppose, a1 plus b1 into weight, and only in that case you can calculate height for a given weight within a range of weight observations. One more thing for caution is, if we have a separate group variable and the grouping variable is known for affecting your dependent variable, you should either analyze by group, or you may move to further regression techniques to adjust for that particular group. So if we take example of weight and height, it is well known that male and female have different height and weight proportion. Both have different biology and different height and weight proportion. For a different height, A male will have different weight and female will have a different weight. It is due to biological phenomena. So you have to take care of it if the data have this information. Either you have to analyze separately or you can move to further regression techniques. So you have to take care of it while analyzing and interpret it. So how to interpret your regression equation? So suppose you have y is equal to a plus bx, or your weight is equal to, I am writing a random constant 0.2 plus 1.2 into height. So for each unit increase in height, weight will increase by 1.2 unit for a given relationship. So by this way, our discussion of linear regression or ordinary least square regression for one by two variables is over, and now I will show how to calculate linear regression with our help of R commander. So here I have imported a data set of height and weight of few individuals, and I will show how to calculate or how to perform linear regression using R commander. So once your data set is imported, you can view your data set here. So I have weight in kilogram of few individual and height in meter of same individuals. Basically, I have taken this data from NFHS fourth round, and I have just taken 100 individuals data out of a lot of large data set. So that is not a problem here. So we have two variables, weight and height here. To calculate linear regression or to perform a linear regression, you have to go in fit models. In fit models, the first option is of linear regression. You have to click on this linear regression. Once you will click on this linear regression, a new window will pop up. You have to select your response variable or dependent variable. So your response variable is weight here, and your independent variable is height here, and you have to click on OK after selecting both the things, and it will show you some result of your regression analysis. Before going to result, I will explain that this is the model. You can perform the same thing by writing the model in R. It is regression model and it is linear regression, it is LM, and you have done weight to height. So weight is your dependent variable and height is your independent variable, and this is the name of your data set. So what you got here in results. So first thing, your intercept is minus 3.259. It is a of your equation. You have y is equal to a plus bx. So this 3.259 is your a. Your estimate for height is 36.004. So it is your b. So you have a and b, both the things now you have. Now we have done some more things also. So your adjusted R square is 0.05. It is very less. So you can say that the model is not explaining entire variance. You can compare two different model when you have calculated residual error for two different model, and you can also say something based on this residual standard error also. I will end this lecture here. If you have any doubt, you can mail me. Thanks a lot.